Well, guys, it's one of those cold days where, besides riding Zwift, I haven't had a whole lot to do. and I've been thinking about gravel and the Dirty South coming up, and the fact that I have never really taken gravel seriously. In 2022, I didn't make it. In 2023, I didn't make it either. I don't take cycling, I take it seriously, but I want to have fun with it. But if there was something that, I should take seriously to be, hey, I'm going to race this thing and actually do good at it, it should be the Dirty South. I've had a goal of under 5 hours, which is really a pretty weak goal for the most part, especially for somebody who's, training and stuff. Who's like, oh yeah, I ride a lot of Zwift to get in shape. I should be able to do this in under 5 hours. I mean, the winners are doing it in 3. My friends are doing it in 4-ish, a little over 4. And so I'm an hour behind them at 5. It is a tough, metric century. It's got some hard climbs in it. It's got some tough gravel sections, and it's got some easy sections too. But it occurs to me, maybe I should take it seriously. And part of taking it seriously would need to actually be doing some gravel riding. I usually get my gravel bike out sometime in late January, early February, and kind of decide if I need to do something to it to make it work. It hasn't worked very well in the last few years, so I need to tune it up. It needs new cables, and I really need to just come up with a whole new gear drivetrain. My bike is 25 pounds, and that's heavy for a gravel bike. I don't think that's really what's holding me back. I really feel like I can tell a pretty big difference between a light and a heavy bike. So maybe, a little lighter bike, more efficient tires would help a lot. I don't know if I can take the bike I have sitting back there, my Breezer Inversion, and make it, like a race bike. It's still more of an adventure bike. I don't think it even fits that big of tires. I think maybe 45, 46 is about as big as it's going to get, which to me, I would probably not really run anything bigger than 40 anyway. I've always ran gravel in the 30s. I use cyclocross tires in the low 30s for a long time, gator skin 32s, 28s, and always seemed fine. But lately I'm having flats. So getting that bike a little bit lighter would be really a great idea, but it's just hard for me to take gravel seriously because it's something I'm going to do a handful of times a year. I have mountain biking that I enjoy. I have road biking that I enjoy. Typically my season is say if it's May, June, July, August, September, I'm road biking. Fall, I start mountain biking a lot. The weather is more conducive for that. The trails dry up and get really nice. And so, September, October, November, December, I'm mountain biking. And I usually try to do some gravel riding in February and March. And that January is usually too cold to do a lot. Sometimes we have some great January days. It's just hit or miss. Hopefully we have a great weather for the Dirty South. We always seem to get lucky where it's not raining, it's not terribly cold. It's usually in the 40s, 50s that day, and hopefully that continues. I'm really pushing hard for it this year to do this goal. I think 4 hours and 45 minutes is something I can achieve, especially if I don't have any flats or bike problems that hold me back, and I get my nutrition a little bit better dialed in. I think I might get me one of them cool frame bag or one of them cool packs, not frame bag, but packs that a little bit more racier than a Camelback. They've got the little lock thing in the middle. They look like Iron Man. But should I start taking gravel more seriously? I think that's kind of where it's going to be going. It just feels like traditional road racing is pretty much over. Crit racing, while I would really like to be good at it, I'm kind of scared of crashing. Not terribly scared, but it's just one of the things I will do a crit race. I'm probably going to get dropped because I cannot ride at that high intensity just nonstop. Even in a Cat 5 race, I'm not very good at the speed up, slow down aspect of it. The corners always kind of start to knock me out. So I might try some more crit racing this year, but really, if you think about it, gravel racing is probably where I would be most likely to have fun, be successful, I like riding technical stuff. I'm pretty good at gravel, and as far as just like riding it, but pretty slow everywhere else. I signed up for the Dust Bowl, but I was too late, so I might get in. I'm on the waiting list. I feel like I could just go ride, really if I wanted to, because it's like they don't own those roads, and I don't want to like take advantage of their event. But and then I also have an interesting like kind of idea this year a little bit. So Justin Pohl has got big plans. My friend Rob's got pretty big plans. Those two guys, way more talented than me and way more suited for bike racing. So I thought, what if I put most of my energy into just following them around and, getting race video and stuff, and kind of almost doing some documentary filmmaking. I mean, I really want to push us as a cycling area, and especially those of us that have really dedicated themselves to it, like those guys. There's others too, I got a lot of friends. I really want to get into racing without worrying about killing myself, and without worrying about getting dropped in the first 5 minutes and not having fun and wasting my entire day. So that might be a fun way to do it. So anyway, gravel racing though, there's a lot of other gravel races on the calendar in the area, rides and races that I can go to, and maybe I should invest some money in a better gravel, lighter, faster, better gravel bike. So I don't know, if you got any thoughts on that, feel free to put them in the comments and tell me what you think. I don't really want to buy another bike, but maybe I could start having a sell off of some of these that I have and invest in some better ones. Or maybe I could just make this inversion way faster, lighter, and better. So anyway, good talking to you today. And I will hopefully see you out there. We got another podcast coming later this week, I think, where we get into some more depth on Dirty South and talk about that. So see you.